Hi friends, Mindy here. I have a flip through for you today. This is my finished tag ring from Bythewell4God, from Bythewell4God. I used the little tag bob set that they released last month to work through the devotional. And I do have a video for how I set up this little ring with the covers and everything. I'm still trying to get over being sick, so I'm sorry if I sound a little froggy and I'm having to clear my throat a lot, but and also for any background noise because my family's all home. But I wanted to get this video recorded. So this is the cover. Nothing much here has changed since I created it in that first video. And then this is day one, and some of these I did the front and the back, and some of them I just kind of have notes. This was just part of the devotional that I wanted to remember the way that some things were quoted there. And then on the back I have one of the verses. This little card actually came in with the tag bob set, and I just added a piece of the paper, the coordinating paper that released, and I just made the shape of a tag. I just traced out kind of the top of here and added that on so that I could include that scripture card in there. This is day two, called With Eternity's Values in View. Some days I included these little title starters and other days I didn't. It just kind of depended, but a lot of the days here you'll see I have pockets with my scriptures on the front, and then I even have one here on the back with some more. This was day two. Excuse me. Day three, I have this beautiful lion, and then I added some of the fabric down here. And then I just created a little pocket over here for this journaling card. And then on the back, I used some more of the pattern paper from the kit, and a couple of, this was actually a library card that I had in my stash that just kind of matched. And so I wrote out some scriptures on there and included that. And then this is another one of the scripture cards. This scripture card actually came with the tag bob set. So I just added some of that pattern paper and made it into a tag so that I can include it. I just didn't want to punch, you know, down in here where the writing was, so I just added some paper to the top. This one, I don't know if you can see very well, but it has some texture paste in the background with one of the stencils that released this month. And then I just created a pocket down here with one of those really large ephemera pieces, and then I have my little notes and things tucked in here. And then because I was working in this tag ring, it was easy to be kind of do things with a lot of dimension. So I have this little bird, but he's up on some foam tape. And then this was one of the scripture cards for this day. Again, I just made this came in the devotional, and then I just made this into another tag that I just included instead of tucking it into a pocket. And then here I just have some notes and thoughts of my own on the back of that card. And the same here, just have a little prayer there. And then this day is just kind of layered. I used a glassine envelope so that I could tuck all of these things. And then I used the die cut pieces as kind of pull tabs for each one of these journaling cards. And then it just kind of makes a cluster when it's all down here in this envelope. And then I used one of the stencils, no, actually one of the stamps, and I stamped with Versamark ink in the background just to get a really tone on tone, I don't know if you can see that very well, background, just to add a little interest to the background. And I'm gonna try and tuck this back in here. So sorry. Okay, and then on this one I just left the back blank. I did include the title starter on the back of there. This day I used one of the scripture cards from the devotional, and I created kind of a little tuck spot here. So I just have a little clip on the side, and this opens up. I have some quotes from a song. I used one of the beautiful stamps that released this month down here. I love this stamp. And then I just have some verses written here on the back. And then on this side I have another pocket with some more journaling cards with some more notes and scriptures on the back. And then this little clip just holds this part closed. This day I used one of the file folders and just glued it this way to create a pocket where I have all of my scriptures here, because the file folders were they're a little too wide the other way. So I just wrapped them around the card and created basically 2 pockets, one on each side, and then I can have my notes here. This was actually an old paint chip card from another kit that just happened to match, and so I used that in there. And then this day, oh, my light just went out. Sorry. Sorry about that. This day I used another one of the stencils, and then I used the stencil paste I used light and fluffy modeling paste through the stencil, and then I added one of the embossing glazes over the top, and then I let it dry and then heated it up and melted the embossing glaze after the texture paste was dry. And then I included another little glassine envelope here with the flashcard. I wanted this to be kind of the focus for this day, and so I just included it in here, and then I also wanted to still be able to see the texture paste. So I have these ephemera pieces kind of popped up with some foam tape, and then in the back I have another little pocket from the paper that coordinates, and then a bunch of journaling cards with the rest of the scriptures and my notes on there. This day I used one of the labels here. I just wanted to emphasize this all things, and here I used another one of the file folders, but I put it this way and I just trimmed it down so it just creates a little pocket for all my notes here. And then I used an ephemera piece on the tag, and then here, and then on the back I just have some notes and thoughts from that particular day. This day, and then in between all of here, I just have all the little bits and pieces of fabric. There was fabric and fibers and all kinds of things that came with the Tag Bob kit. I did not use all of it. I just added some of the coordinating fabrics kind of in between, not every single one because it would have gotten too bulky, but just periodically through there. Here I used some of the paper. Again, I have like 3 layers of foam dots and ephemera here. And then this is a pocket with some scriptures here. And this is from one of the verses. I just wanted to emphasize that as well. And then I created a pocket back here with even more notes and another ephemera piece up on some foam tape. This day, again, I used, this is one of the scripture cards that came in the devotional, and I created a pocket here on the front. I have a journaling card. I used that same stencil with some Distress Oxide ink on the background just for some interest. And then I have, here I have some scripture written out. And then on the back side, I have a journaling card where I wrote out the verse on the back. And I just scored this down the edge and I glued here. Instead of having to try to do washi tape or anything, this is just, I just kind of basically made a hinge. And then I have a die cut piece here holding these cards with some notes, and then of course some more stenciling in the background. And then I just have another little clip on the side here to hold that closed. And, wrong way. I think this is day 12. I used this ephemera piece. I roughly cut it out and then put some of the pattern paper kind of behind it, and then I used another one of those file folders where I just glued the edges to make a pocket so that I could fit all my notes in there. And then on the back side, instead of gluing this side down, I glued an ephemera piece here because there was a lot of scripture that I wanted to write out. So I just have a clip that's holding this closed, and then I have all of these verses in John that I wanted to include. These were mentioned in the devotional, and I just went ahead and wrote them out. I like to write out the verses from the day. And then day 13, again, just another real simple pocket with the pattern paper, another piece of ephemera down here, and I just have all of my notes tucked into the side. And then on the back, I just have some notes that I wanted to include. I wanted to focus on that scripture that talks about God being the God of all comforts. And then this was the last scripture card that came with the Tag Bob set, and again I made it into a tag and just stuck it in here. And then day 14, it's kind of getting a little chunky, so sorry I'm like fiddling with this so much. I'm hoping you can see all of this. Day 14, I created another little pocket with some ephemera pieces. I have 2 of the journaling cards that have scriptures written on the back. I included one of the stickers on there. And then on the back, I created another little pocket. I have some song lyrics there and some more scriptures tucked in. So that is everything. There's just a lot of scripture, a lot of notes, a lot of thoughts, a lot of song lyrics in this one. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I know this kit was sold out. I don't believe they plan on restocking it until maybe spring. It was a good devotional. I really enjoyed working through it. Again, I'll link down below my process video for the cover for this, and then I will also put my affiliate link if you haven't yet gotten the new the next month's devotional. I believe there are still a few, as of the time that I'm recording this, there are still a few left in the shop. But anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to leave those down below. If you like this video, I would appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and until next time, bye.